When you think about a kitchen renovation, you're probably picturing, I don't know, sawdust, maybe some granite samples.
Arguing over backsplash tiles.
Exactly. Very physical, tangible stuff. But today, we're digging into a side of that industry that is, well, completely invisible. We're looking at material from Samyak Online.
And it's a fascinating collision, isn't it? You have these really hands-on trades contractors, cabinet makers, and suddenly they have to navigate the world of neural networks just to find work.
Right, and Samyak, who've been in the game since 2004, they're pointing to this massive shift. The whole premise is that how a homeowner finds a contractor has just fundamentally changed from the old way.
That's the core of it. I mean, a kitchen remodel is a high research decision.
Hmm.
No one impulse buys a kitchen.
No, of course not.
You'd open 50 tabs, compare everything. But now that whole journey is starting to happen inside conversational AI. We're talking ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity.
Okay, but hold on. Is the behavior really that different? I'm still just typing a question into a box.
Ah, but the intent is what's changed. You aren't just typing kitchen contractor near me anymore. You're prompting an AI with something much bigger.
Like what?
Like, plan a modern galley-style kitchen layout for a small apartment and tell me who the best-rated installer is in my area. If a contractor's online presence isn't structured for that kind of query,
They just don't show up.
they don't just rank lower, they effectively don't exist in that answer.
Okay, so let's get into the mechanics of that. The source material is throwing a lot of acronyms at us. LLM, SEO, AEO, GEO. Feels like a bit of alphabet soup.
It does, but it's simpler than it sounds. So LLM SEO, large language model SEO, is really just about making sure an AI can read and understand your content. But the real game changer here is AEO.
Answer engine optimization. So the goal isn't a link to a website, it's to be the answer.
Spot on. Exactly. You ask an AI question, you don't want a list of 10 blue links. You want a solution, right?
Right.
AEO is about structuring all your business data so the AI feels confident enough to serve you up as that one single solution.
And Samyak mentions semantic SEO is the bridge to get there. To me, semantic always just meant grammar or meaning. What does it mean here?
Think of it like a translator for the AI. A machine doesn't inherently know that Calicut gold is a type of quartz, which is a countertop material.
It just sees words.
Exactly. Semantic SEO uses code, specifically something called schema markup, to connect all those dots. It tells the AI, this photo is a kitchen project, this material is quartz, and this contractor serves New York.
So without that special code, the AI just sees a pretty picture. With the code, it sees a hard data point it can actually use and recommend.
That's the logic. And that brings us to what Samyak calls, and this is a mouthful, portfolio-led craftsmanship positioning.
Which sounds like some pretty intense marketing jargon.
It is, but the idea behind it is actually solid. It just means taking those before and after project galleries on a contractor's site.
Which are usually just a bunch of images.
Right. And you wrap them in all that structured data we just talked about.
Yeah.
It turns a visual portfolio into a data-rich resume that a machine can read and trust.
Now, Samyak is based in India, but they're doing this for contractors in the US, the UK, Australia, and they mention a specific problem they run into, technical debt. They bring up a case with a client, Shamin Akak.
Oh, yeah. That was a telling example. This client had an old website built on Joomla, and it was basically invisible to modern search engines. Samyak had to spend 5 months just fixing the site's core infrastructure.
5 months just to update a website. That seems like a really long time.
It does, but it highlights that this isn't about some quick keyword trick. This is deep foundational work. If your digital house is built on a swamp, the AI is never going to visit, you have to fix the plumbing first.
So the end game for all of this is what they call conversion-driven digital visibility. But taking a step back, it really feels like we're saying that marketing for a very physical trade is becoming almost purely logical, purely data-driven.
It is. If you want to sell your physical craftsmanship, your digital craftsmanship, your data structure has to be just as clean and just as precise.
It just raises this wild question for the future then. If AI becomes the main way we find and vet contractors, if it literally just serves us the single best answer, does the company website as we know it become obsolete?
Wrong.
Are we heading to a world where a website is just a raw data feed for a robot and a human being might never even visit the homepage?
It's not just possible. It's probably where all of this is pointing.
It's something to think about while you're planning that next reno. Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive.